Welcome to the end of the DC Extended Universe, a universe that tried really hard to get the same success the MCU had but failed horribly. Established in 2013, DCEU had the potential to become another great pillar of blockbuster cinema, delivering a darker and more serious narrative as opposed to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. However, it never managed to set its identity right and opted for copying from the MCU instead, resulting in its movies lacking the tone its fans wanted. The projects were constantly rewritten and reshot, the studio execs were changing multiple times, with each of them bringing own vision and ideas to the table, but none of it really worked. Some of the films were okay, both with the audience reviews and the box office performance, but then there is Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman 1984, Birds of Prey, Black Adam. All of these had either mediocre or straight up bad reception when they came out. The viewers' engagement was dropping rapidly and something needed to be done about it, so James Gunn was hired to be CEO of DC Studios. He and his co-CEO Peter Safran decided to fully reboot the franchise, scrapping almost everything that came before it, recasting actors and creating yet another vision for the franchise's future. This way, in just 2023, there were 4 DCEU movies released, which were completely pointless to watch because none of them led to anything and their only purpose was to be let go of by Warner Brothers. And the viewer read that sign perfectly. Shazam! Fury of the Gods, a box office disaster. The Flash, a truly historic box office bomb, one of the worst in Hollywood history. And Blue Beetle, who ended up being a flop as well. And now there's Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which is the last movie of the DC Extended Universe. Approximately in this part of the video, I need to set up an intriguing question like, is Aquaman 2 a good movie? But in this case it would be completely silly of me to do so, because no one is going to watch that, which would have been really bad if the movie turned out to be nice. But it is far below from being just mediocre. Wanna know why? You're watching The Cinema Resident, let's get into it.
Oh yeah, I finally got a job. I'm the king of Atlantis.
Arthur Curry lives his life balancing between being the king of Atlantis with all the political stuff that needs to be taken care of and being a dad and a superhero on the surface. But unexpectedly, a new danger arises. Black Manta has woken up the Seventh Kingdom that was hidden for centuries, and its mad ruler has the ability to destroy Atlantis and the surface world altogether. Arthur decides to form an unlikely alliance with his brother Orm, who was the antagonist in the first movie, and it is only up to them to save both of their homes. As you can see, the plot is absolutely not trivial, with tons of originality inside, and it is crazy interesting to find out whether they really save the world in the end. Right? Is it interesting? I think I've heard that before. And the antagonist this movie has...
I'm gonna kill Aquaman and destroy everything he holds dear. I'm gonna murder his family and burn his kingdom to ash.
Holy fuck! This is no longer funny. How much more are we going to listen to yet another story about destroying everything and everyone the main character loves? When are we going to see a multidimensional villain with different layers of personality and something aside from being vengeful or destroying the entire world? Not only is it a terrible idea to make such an antagonist in 2023 when people are fed up with anything that is closely remote to fighting for the world's safety in its plot, but this is literally the same antagonist with the same motivation from the first movie where he was introduced. They changed nothing aside from giving him a couple of buffs when he obtained the Dark Trident that gave him powers. I can't. Let's just move on.
True king builds bridges, right?
True king builds bridges.
Look, I know that most comic movies are mainly focused on teenage audience, so they're really light when it comes to their plot and overall tone. There's usually nothing thought-provoking and lots of gags instead, so everyone's entertained. However, Aquaman pushes it even further, providing a comedy that legit gives you a second-hand embarrassment. Right from its beginning, the movie throws such childish and awkward stuff it makes you question who, when, and how decided that this would be a great fit for the film. Moreover, it tries being a body comedy with the way Arthur and Orm interact with each other, which doesn't add much fun as well. Most of the time there is Arthur being a complete moron or saying something totally stupid, and Orm giving a mean comment on that. And that's it. There were some jokes that worked okay, but the chemistry still feels weak. There is no indication that they might complete each other with their own traits, and there is nothing special about them that would make us like this duo. It's just there, and it sucks. While sitting in front of the screen for 2 hours, I couldn't help but think how Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is more a cartoon than an actual movie. All the visual effects looked so poor there is no chance for you to really believe in this world, both land and underwater. The backgrounds, the CGI characters, the people in the underwater scenes themselves. At some point I could clearly see the edge where the set with all of its dressing ends and the green screen being a background begins. That's how awful it looked. Here's the creator with great looking visuals filmed for only $89 million, and here's Aquaman 2 filmed for $205 million. The creator for $89 million, Aquaman 2 for $205. Here is the creator for $89 million, and here's Aquaman 2 for $205 million. I've got no idea what kind of groundbreaking VFX technology they were using in this film according to the director, but it is clearly not working well there. The budget was huge, plus there were multiple release delays which allowed for more work with the visuals, yet it still looks like this. I bet that even with $400 million of budget it wouldn't look as breathtaking as the second Avatar did. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is a giant waste of time. Being a comic blockbuster, it adds nothing fresh and original that could shake up the audience, which is already bored of watching movies about superheroes with the same plot, same unacceptably trivial antagonist, and the same happy ending over and over again. For the DC fans it serves no interest as well, because it is literally the last movie of the franchise which is already dead and which will be reincarnated into something different in 2 years. It is just doomed to have empty cinema seats till the very end of its theatrical run. Overall, Aquaman is going to drown? Now that the DCEU is done, I'm really excited to see James Gunn's take on these characters, and I have faith that he'll be able to create something good. There is the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, which is great. There is the Suicide Squad, which is 10 times better than its predecessor, with multiple well-written characters who have their own backstories and character arcs that make them unique and memorable, a comedy that actually works, and its R rating being a perfect fit for this kind of narrative. This man knows what he's doing, so let him cook. We'll see his Superman legacy in 2025. And for now, that was it. Thank you all very much for watching this video. Please consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel to help me recover after this trash faster, and watch my previous reviews. And tell me what you think about the DCEU in the comments. Which movies did you like and which didn't? What are your thoughts on hiring James Gunn? And if you somehow managed to watch Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, then share your thoughts on it as well. Anyway, it was nice catching up. See you around.